Um, very few of us have done an autopsy on someone like you have. In the case of someone that's died of a heroin overdose or fentanyl, are there signs that this person was struggling for life? Maybe even if they were not aware that their body was struggling to survive, and couldn't, anything like that.
That's a really good question. Uh, the best, easiest sign that we can see is in someone who's a chronic intravenous user. There's no question that intravenous drug use over time has the biggest effect on the body, and it's detrimental in so many ways. And of course, we can see the evidence most of the time on the outside of the body before we've even started the invasive part of the autopsy.
Is fentanyl injected too?
It didn't used to be. Fentanyl used to be a drug that was administered most commonly by transdermal patch, a patch you put on your skin and the drug would slowly be absorbed through that. But in terms of the epidemic we've seen recently
Of abuse.
with the heroin, it's been mostly intravenous, yes. And intravenous drug users have all these other medical problems and conditions that go with just the chronic injection part of it. That has less to do with the drug and more to do with just the injection part of it. But that being said, after you get past that, you can't necessarily just look at a body from the outside or the inside and be able to tell that that person was a chronic drug user or abuser. There are subtle changes in the brain that require very specialized chemical study to be able to identify. To the degree of study that I'm able to get it, that brain pretty much looks like anybody else's. And the same is true for most of the other body organs. So when people who are unfortunately dealing with the consequences, the family members, the friends of those who have died from what looks to be a drug overdose case, that's why it takes us so long, because we really have nothing to go by with any certainty except the results of that very complex testing, which does take a long time to get back.